What's up guys, Tactical Recon here with a brand new video today featuring some Battlefield 4 gameplay and some footage today. And as you can see on the screen right now, I'm actually in the test range in Battlefield 4, and the reason why I'm in the test range in Battlefield 4 right now is because I'm actually going to be discussing the head tracking feature in Battlefield 4 for the Kinect for the Xbox One. And right now what you're seeing right now is that I'm actually going to show you guys how to set this up and how to activate the feature for those of you guys don't know how to actually do this. For those of you who are unaware of the head tracking feature in this game or have never heard of it before, basically what this is that you use the Kinect, and what the Kinect does is that it senses your head movement, which will be used in game. So let us say that you're trying to pilot a jet in the multiplayer of Battlefield 4. What the camera will do, actually the Kinect will work along with the camera to actually detect where you're looking from the in-game perspective. So wherever you look, basically the camera is where it's going to look as well, rather than just using a controller which is less precise. Now let's start discussing the positive aspects about using the head tracking feature. Now the first thing about the head tracking feature that I find is really interesting about this is that you get a better perspective of your environment when you're piloting a jet or when you're in any other vehicle. It's much easier to use, and it also responds much faster than using a controller, since you're basically just moving your head, and at the same time as you move your head, the camera angles is moving along with you, which is something that's pretty cool. So it's much faster to detect enemies which are either to your left or to your right, which will benefit you as a player in Battlefield 4. Another positive aspect about using this head tracking feature is that you don't actually have to completely turn your head sideways for camera angles to change. The reason behind this is that the Kinect system is actually very precise when calculating where your head is moving, so you don't need to move your head completely to the right, or you don't need to completely rotate it towards the left or something like this. You just need to slightly tilt it or slightly turn your head towards any direction that you wish to, and the Kinect will respond to that. In other words, the sensitivity is high, which allows players to actually quickly locate other players much faster and have a faster response when detecting enemies approaching towards your vehicle, which is something that will benefit you as a player in terms of using the vehicles in Battlefield 4. Now moving on to the second part of this video, where we'll be discussing whether the head tracking feature in Battlefield 4 is actually useful when you're playing as a normal soldier. For those of you who don't know about this is the leaning in and leaning out feature, where the Kinect will actually detect whether you're leaning in or leaning out of your chair or something like this. Now, one of the few positive aspects about using this feature when you're using the Kinect for the Xbox One is that it responds faster to your movement. So when you lean out, it's much faster than you using a controller, which is something I again mentioned at the beginning of this video. Another thing about this is that it works really well with fully automatic weapons. So either when you're using the assault class or the engineer or the support class, this will work really well with that. And this is a huge advantage towards the support class in Battlefield 4. If you think about this, the support class could easily just camp at an objective while simply leaning out, so you can provide your teammates with covering fire or suppressive fire while you're trying to capture an objective. And you're actually, how did you hit when you're using this feature, is only your head actually shows when you're leaning out using the leaning feature. So as for the snipers who try to take you out, they'll have a really hard time trying to aim at your head just to take you out. So this is a really good advantage towards the support class when you're trying to capture an objective. The feature is least effective when using a sniper rifle, because as a sniper you need to have a wide range of what's going on within your perspective viewpoint. So you need to be able to see what is going on around you as a sniper. And if you think about it, leaning out for 20 minutes trying to hold back people from the objective is going to be really difficult to do, which is why this is not recommended that you use this feature when you're actually sniping, unless if you want a bit of a challenge, then this will be the feature for you to use in-game when you're sniping in Battlefield 4. And despite all of this, the feature still manages to give a huge advantage towards all the classes that use fully automatic weapons. Players that use the pistol while the head tracking feature or the leaning in or leaning out feature is enabled will acquire a greater accuracy while firing when the player is actually leaned out, which will eventually benefit the team, as the team will get higher kills or actually more kills, and you end up winning the match because of these simple things that you could do. through the head tracking feature or either the leaning in or out feature. Of course, the leaning feature can also be used just with the controller, so you don't need to have your Kinect connected or anything like that, so you can just use your controller. It's not going to be a problem. And I also highly suggest to play with your own play style. So if you're the sort of guy who likes to use Kinect and lean in and lean out all the time in front of your TV, then that's something that's really great. You could easily use that. Now, one more thing I forgot to mention about the problems with using the leaning feature in Battlefield 4 while using the Kinect is that sometimes the Kinect will detect objects in the background, or sometimes it will also detect other people that walk in behind you. For example, this has happened to me many times before. It will actually lock onto them as well, so when they're looking at your screen or just watching you play the game, the camera angles will move when they move their heads as well, so just be aware of this problem. It may happen, and I really hope that they do fix this in the future. So that was it for today, folks. This has been Tactical Recon here with a brand new video featuring some Battlefield 4. Be sure to leave a like if you did enjoy this video and subscribe if you're new. So that was it for today, folks. Until then, Wafe out.